All right, I'd like to call to order the Village of Marvin Parks Recreation and Greenways Board meeting here on October 5th at 9:11 a.m. First item on the agenda is to determine a quorum, and with myself here and seeing Christina, Bob, and Dan remotely, we do have a quorum, as well as Kimberly here as our council liaison. The next item is the adoption of the agenda, and I have a couple of changes to be made, but does anybody else have any specific requests for agenda items? All right. Do I hear a motion on the table that I could add business item number 2, which would be a discussion of fall cleanup event on October 16th, and to also add a new business item number 3, which is a discussion of the tree lighting ceremony in December.
So moved.
Do I need a second?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
All right. Next item on the agenda is the adoption of the minutes from September 28th. If you didn't see those, they were not in our original packet, but Austin has since emailed those to us. Does anyone have any questions or edits they're requesting for the adoption of the minutes?
They're really brief. They're less than 2 pages.
Do I hear a motion on the table to adopt the minutes of September 28th, 21 as they are written?
So moved. Second.
All right, all in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Okay. Next item is public comment period, and there's no public here.
There's no public there.
And
That's Bob and Dan.
Oh, that's both of them.
okay, and we don't see anybody online. Is there anyone else online?
There's not.
Okay. All right, so no public, no comment.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the public facilities managers update with Derek. Item number 1 is disc golf update.
I just want to let everybody know that the disc golf course is mostly in. We had one hole left to put in yesterday. I'm not sure if the guys got to it last night or if we're going to work on it today. And then tomorrow I'm going to do kind of like a walkthrough and see what kind of markers and signage might be needed. I'll start with some temp signs, and then I'm walking it with a sign rep, and I'll get some more permanent signs made, just kind of directing people to the next hole, and then of course Innova, the people we bought the package from, they'll provide tee signs to mark the distances from the tee to the basket.
Do you have budget for signs?
I do.
Okay.
I had some money that you guys gave me, a little bit of contingency money,
Okay.
and we kind of included that in there.
Great. Have we got any sponsors for it yet?
Only one verbal.
You told me to wait. I'll still do it.
I am going to put out a table with a little display tonight, and we'll have some flyers. But now that the course is basically in, if you have friends or contacts that you think might be interested in sponsoring, please pass the information along to them.
How much is a sponsorship?
We did 3 levels. We did a gold level at $3,500, a silver level at $2,500, and a bronze level at $1,500. but I'm not opposed to, you know, looking at changing that if this doesn't work. You know,
Can
Great, thanks.
I don't want to force a square peg in a round hole.
But you get it for more than 1 year, right?
Yeah, it's for 3 years, and the different levels bring different amenities, so.
Okay.
All right. Next item on the agenda is unfinished business items. The first will be discussion of National Night Out, and we've got both Derek and Mason representing the sheriff's office here to talk to us about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right. We got the grill from Firethorn. I'm going to pick that up after the meeting. I'm going to pick up a few tables for the different displays that are necessary. And
I'll bring an extra gas tank from home just in
Oh, yeah.
case,
Yeah.
since we don't know what it might have.
I'm going to bring a small freezer and a couple coolers. If you have coolers, those would probably be helpful. Other than that, we just need hands willing to help prepare food and pass it out and serve it. Mason's going to go over his logistics for us picking that up, and then I'll probably just pick up whatever needs to be left, whatever is left that needs to be picked up.
What are the times again, and for those of us that might want to show up a little early to help?
Yeah.
What?
The event's 5:30 to 8. It gets dark well before 8, so I'll probably tell the band to call it at 7:30. If you can be there by 5 at the latest, 4:30 would be great. We can get the grill fired up and get food going, and plan on start serving around 6. Try to serve all the food between 6 and 6:30, and invite whoever you know.
All right. So, as far as food goes, Publix is donating hot dogs and hamburgers, and then they're also donating the buns for the hot dogs and hamburgers.
That's different than what you told me yesterday, right?
Right. Yeah, they
Sweet.
got the buns as well too. So
All right.
we're good there. We'll have it, and that's a pickup at 4. We have a pickup of Jersey Mike's. They donated some subs at 4:30. Nothing Bunk Cakes. There'll be a couple cake things out there, and those are about 4:30 pickup.
Do you want volunteers to go and help
Yeah,
pick
do you
up
need
these
help
stuff?
picking it up?
I think me and Tommy and probably Derek can get the stuff at
Public.
Publix. Possibly might need somebody to get Jersey Mike's, and it's the one in Weddington off of 16, right there, Weddington Road and 16.
Okay.
And then we should be able, or I should be able to go get, because the cakes aren't really a time frame. So once we get done at Publix, I should be able to run over there and get that.
I can do the Jersey Mike's.
Okay, that'll work. And they know about it, so,
Okay.
and I can let them know as well that somebody else is coming to get it, so no big deal.
Okay.
The only thing that we need to get today is, which we're going to get it from Publix. They're kind of stocking up for us. For it is just plates and napkins, chips and water, and then we need plates, or unless anybody has them, the like silver to put the hot dogs and hamburgers in. I don't know what they're
like
called.
Serving trays.
Yeah, like a serving kind of tray.
Yeah.
I
If
have
not,
some. I have some big ones, but they're not. I don't have like the heaters.
I don't think it's
I
gonna.
don't think we ever had them heated.
Okay.
Because as they're coming off,
Okay. I
we're
mean,
done
I
with
have
filling
like
them up.
at least 2, maybe 3.
That should be fine.
Yeah, and I have a couple too.
big ones.
That should be fine.
Okay.
And we don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
it's really
that.
just for transporting them to the grill and then swapping them
Okay.
out as we're.
Like I said, the only thing we're really truly needing to get today is the chips, some water.
Ice.
Well, we got ice we can get it from the fire department.
Okay,
Do we have some utensils for the grill or?
that's what I was gonna ask.
I don't know about that one.
Flippers,
I'll bring some. too.
tongs and flippers.
Yeah.
Do we have cheese?
We can get some cheese from
I'll get some
Publix.
cheese. And what about
Oh,
condiments?
and yeah, ketchup. We'll get all that from
Okay.
Publix as well.
Okay.
We're pretty much only looking for like ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, and cheese.
Yeah.
Are we good with the pickup of the grill?
Yeah, I think Derek said he's gonna go get it.
You need a hand with that or?
I should be fine.
Okay.
I think that's everything else is covered. Any questions that you guys have that I haven't brought up?
Derek, do you have any people specified for parking to handle the parking part at this
I don't
point?
know if.
Parking will be my staff.
Okay. I'll say if not, I think
You might
there's a
have someone
couple.
out at
There
the
might be
road.
a sheriff or two that possibly do some traffic control.
Yeah. When they're not eating burgers.
Yeah. So possibly we can get somebody out there, but
Yeah.
as far as that goes, and I know, like I said, Coles is sending 4 or 5 people as volunteers, so we can. They're supposed to be there at 5:30.
Yeah.
Wherever, and they said they're good wherever. If we need them cooking or if we need them handing out stuff, they're there for us if we need them.
Yeah. They've been really good.
I guess as far as,
putting
like-
the burgers on the.
As far as like the
stuff.
purchasing of the plates, the chips, and stuff like that, we've got. So what it is Coles. They donated the $300, but they don't send the money until like a couple weeks after the event. So we've talked to Christina about it already to use the card and.
Yeah,
Coles.
they'll get reimbursed.
Yeah.
And some rubber gloves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Rubber gloves and paper towels.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure we can get some of those from somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you need me to actually go and purchase? What do you need me to actually go and purchase?
The Harris Teeter does anyone want to go to Harris Teeter to get? I guess we can use what is it, $20
Yeah.
to get as much. I guess we can get as much ketchup and mustard and cheese and stuff as possible with the $20 from Harris, which not gonna be much, but
Listen, you need like 2 giant things of ketchup, 2 giant things of mustard.
yeah.
I mean, you don't need, right?
Yeah.
Which that could cover, I don't know, but as much as the $20 will stretch at the Harris Teeter.
Yeah, I can.
There's 2 vouchers
I can
there.
do that.
You got
It's not much.
Right, so that is.
And I'll just let you know what I'm able. to
That'll be
end up
fun.
getting.
And then whatever we can't get from that, then we'll
Yeah.
get with Publix.
Okay.
And depending, I did some talking yesterday with Publix. They might be throwing in some extra stuff as far as like waters that we don't have to end up purchasing.
Okay.
I don't know, just depends. Depends when I get there.
See who's on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depends on which managers they really.
Okay. So we've got
Oh,
food
question.
handled.
Christina's got a question.
Not a question, just to tell you, I'll be there around 5 or 5:15. Leanne and I are gonna set up the the table for Marsh. I have a table, I have chairs, and all the stuff I need there, but we will not both need to be at that table the whole time. So either one of us can help out, however, we just need to have somebody at the table. So there's an extra hand or so. And I can bring a cooler if you need it. It's not big, but it holds ice.
I would say cooler
Oh,
wise.
yeah. What about ice? Do we need?
That's what I was gonna say. Cooler wise, if anybody can stop by with a cooler, then we can do somebody, either me or Tommy, can go take a couple coolers to the fire departments, and we'll get ice from the fire departments.
Okay.
So
That's convenient.
Okay, I'll bring my cooler out. It's a small, it's not a huge, it's got wheels though.
that's convenient.
Yeah, isn't it?
So that'll work. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, we've got ice from Newtown Road. him being, if we have to go to get some from Wesley Chapel, we can get some from Wesley Chapel. So. I said if just probably around 4:30, if we can see how many coolers we have,
Yeah.
and then we'll try to just me or Tommy or somebody we'll try to disperse and get some ice for the fire department.
Okay. So we got food, we've got a grill, volunteers, condiments, all that stuff. Anything else?
Just need some people to show up.
If we build it, they will come.
The weather's getting better, so
I know.
Some cookies.
it seems to have improved.
Well, yeah. I guess that's another thing that we can look at through, because I know Publix has a bakery, so we can look at it through there.
Yeah, those might get expensive. I think in the past, we've just done a bunch of bags of Chips Ahoy, right? Or,
We've done, actually, I think
Generic, right?
Harris Teeter had like boxes of cookies. But I don't, yeah.
I'll try to see what Publix can do. I don't know. We'll see what they got. I'll see what they have,
Yeah.
and then
okay.
because I gotta go over there. Once we're done here, I'm gonna go to Publix and see what we can physically get from Publix today without running them completely dry. And then as far as water and chips go,
Yeah.
and then we'll see if there's anything.
Christina, you were saying something? Okay.
Just that I promise you Publix has cookies for.
All right. Anything else then for National Night Out?
I think from a staff standpoint, Austin, you'll be there.
Yes,
Christina,
we're all there.
Julie, and Jamie, and Hunter.
Yeah.
Everybody with Gretchen. Give her the night off.
I think all of council will be there except for Jamie.
Are y'all campaigning?
I mean, if people want to talk to me, then yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next item on the agenda then is discussion of Marvin Day 2022 event planning. We did have our workshop meeting last week, so some of the good news to come out of that was we seem to have gotten a pretty firm date worked out with Marvin Ridge High School. Austin, I know that there was something that they were still trying to confirm with the county. Was there anything
About
else?
what?
Just about
About the schools?
us reserving.
We're
you know,
good.
No,
we're good. They just have to get us an actual cost, and it should be less than $1,000 for
Okay, that's
their
right,
employees they have to have
cost.
on site. That's the only thing.
Yeah. So yeah, they will have some employees on site. So the date that we did request was May
21st.
21st, Saturday, May 21st. So that's a go date, and that's important because I know a lot of us that have been speaking to the other individuals about the different events that we're looking to plan for the day and things like that. We're looking to get that solid date. We now have that solid date to, converse with those folks with. I already reached out to Jill Grisey, who's helping to coordinate some contacts with some of the local folks in the equestrian community for a couple of those events that we might make available. And I'm going to be meeting with her again later this week to kind of discuss that. But anybody that's speaking, whether it's the car show, whether it's the run or the other items, we do have a date to start talking to people, building interest and things like that. Christina, I saw you have a question.
So I talked to the guy who did sound and stage for Heritage Festival, and he has that date available.
Yes.
That means he could bring the entire sound system, a sound guy, himself probably, and a stage if we needed it. I don't think we'll need a stage. I think we're inside, but I have not confirmed that with Jamie yet. I've sent him an email and a text, and he's not responding, so I'm not sure I have the right information for him.
No, you probably do.
Okay, well, yeah, you might need to respond to me a little faster because things change really fast in this world, unfortunately. The bad news is that Kids in America are already booked for that date. So I'm looking for other bands, and honestly, I'm not finding much, but I'll keep looking. What I'm running into is we're looking more for I hate to say this, but more like a wedding band than another kind of band, and a bar band, yeah. So they're a little harder to go and see without going to an event, right? So I'm trying to find some people to go, at least go see, and I'm not going to suggest anybody I haven't seen. So we'll keep working on that. We've got some time. But Kids in America are out.
Okay.
Did y'all see that?
Snoop
Council,
Dogg?
council approved it.
I know.
Have y'all seen that?
Talking about like Bob Seger.
I don't think. we've
No,
seen
we
that.
just council approved it at our meeting on Thursday. We had the rough draft that we worked on last Tuesday in this meeting. Council approved that on Tuesday or Thursday, and then we wanted to get final approval from this board for
This-
that.
You don't need a motion on it.
No, I know, but I want everybody to look at it, make sure
Yeah.
they're good with it. We're talking about the sponsorship letter. Council looked at it last Thursday and approved it, but we want you guys to look at it and make sure that you're good with it. And I'm hoping that maybe somebody's gonna email it to you guys. Since we can't get it up on the, can we get it up on the screen?
Let me email it. I think
Okay.
Christina emailed it to me.
So I'll just, can I go? Okay, so Austin's gonna try to send you guys a sponsorship letter.
Should be coming to you in about 60 seconds.
And we did talk about the bluebird as the logo, and I think we all liked it. We would just like to, Christina, if you can talk to your person and see if they could do a bluebird
Okay.
logo. I think everybody really liked that. Not everybody. The majority of council really liked that idea. So,
Majority, Kim. Majority.
I know. So if we can look at the logo, get that, as soon as we can, then we can, keep moving forward with that. I've got a meeting with Firethorn it was supposed to be tomorrow, but it's going to be on Friday, just to kind of nail down with them exactly what they want to do now that we have the date for sure. So I'll have more information for you guys on that. What else? I think the sponsorship thing is like the biggest thing. So if you guys have companies, people, there's a zillion people that own companies in Marvin that this would be great for. So take a look at it and see what you guys think. I think it's good. I think it actually is really good. And as long as we get you guys okay, then we can start talking to people about the actual sponsorship request. And then that's all. Although, one more thing, Austin, whenever we now put Marvin Day on any agenda, let's do Marvin Day, May 21, 2022, okay. So that if anybody's ever looking at our agenda, they know what the date is.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Okay.
Kim,
Yep.
How's it best for me to get in touch with Jamie just to let him know about this band stuff? Because technically, the band thing is his idea. His thing, and I don't want to do all this work.
I'm gonna text him right now and tell him that you're trying to get a hold of him, and if he can please respond to you. How about that?
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
Any other, I know we just met last week, but any other updates on any of the events or other items that we have planned? Okay. Anything else for Marvin Day planning in general? When is our next workshop meeting for that? Just to keep
November.
it fresh in people's
November 30th.
November.
November 30th. That's my birthday. I like wine and chocolates.
So that actually will give us a second.
And that's a joint meeting with council.
Yeah.
Okay, and that will give us another meeting before the Christmas event as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
So-
We can always add stuff on there.
So if we
Especially
have
since
to-
council's gonna be there, that's a good time to
Yeah,
firm up some
although
stuff.
it's only gonna be a week before,
Okay.
yeah.
We can, you know,
You can hammer out most of the details before then.
yeah,
Just
but
put the
then, and
finishing
then
touch.
assign stuff to, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just keep that date in your calendars of November 30th
It's a Tuesday.
is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
okay. All right, anything else for,
Christina, I just sent him a text. I'll let you know what he says.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
sent him a text and an email, and so.
He's
I don't know his name or number.
he's much better with text. He stinks with email, so,
I'm well aware.
huh?
I'm aware.
But he might not recognize my number, just ignore me.
That's why I told him you're trying to get in touch with him, so.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, ma'am.
all right, moving on to the next item is new business, item number 1, discussion and consider adoption of 2022 PRG board meeting schedule.
So I have put the dates together, used your standard schedule. You've got work sessions every other month, except for just after Marvin Day. I thought you guys would appreciate a month without one, since it's right after Marvin Day. That makes sense?
Yeah,
Okay. I've delayed the April meeting 1 week for spring break, and the same thing for the July meeting.
Spring break's the week after that meeting. I'd leave it on the 5th.
Okay, this is what you guys did last year. I copied it.
I know, but spring break always changes. I'd leave it on the 5th. Because spring break starts the 15th.
yeah.
And that way it's just consistent.
So April 5th.
Yeah.
Good with everybody?
Yeah,
Good as anything else, yeah.
Any other changes you see? I did delay the
Looks like July 5th is not a.
No, I didn't. Didn't
No,
do
I
it.
was getting ready to say we should delay that one to the
Yeah.
12th.
Okay, my bad. That's
That's okay.
I can already tell you, I will not be here, God willing, I will not be here on February 1st.
February 1st.
I hope you're going somewhere fun.
I am, and I've only planned it now 3 times. This is the 3rd time, and we're fucking going. Almost daily.
Yeah, besides that, everything, that looks good, Austin.
the only other thing worth noting is I made the March 29th work session also your annual joint meeting with council.
Awesome.
Okay,
So I've got those 2 changes, April 5th and July 12th. So if you guys are okay with this, I would just ask for a motion to adopt as amended.
do I hear a motion on the table to adopt the schedule for the Parks, Recreations, and Greenway Board meeting schedule for 2022 as amended?
So moved.
Dan seconded
All in
it.
favor say aye. Aye.
Cool.
Okay, next item on the agenda, which is added, number 2, is discussion of tree lighting. We Derek and I were talking earlier this week and realized, other than the work session, which we just discussed, that this is, there's only one more meeting between now and the Christmas tree lighting ceremony, so,
Do we have that date?
December 11th.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
So, Derek, I know you've gotten pretty good at those over the years. We have a lot of the stuff that we need for it in terms of decorations and things like that. And I'm assuming they're just packed away, things like that. I guess the first thing, in lining up, did we already talk to our regular Santa about that date?
Oh, no.
I have another Santa
We have another
that
Santa.
I've reached out to.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting on confirmation of. I think we just need to have just some open discussion about COVID and do we move forward, continue with our normal plans. What kind of things do we want to see added, dropped? What's popular, what's not? I know in recent years we had added the ice sculpture. We'd had the photo booth with the dog that was popular. I think the music's great. Some sort of music, whether it's different performances or we maybe look at just a performer, some sort of house band or something to do a couple little sets.
And Austin's gonna dress up as an elf.
Austin's.
Oh, so I now take Rohit's place as the elf. Okay.
The people
Okay,
that
now I'm coming. I wasn't going to, but now.
the people that did the ice sculpture, they reached out to me and offered. I think they said for a minimal amount more, we could do an actual live chainsaw carving. So that's something to
Yeah.
consider.
I somehow think we're going to need extra insurance.
I was kidding, Ruby. This
So
is
just
fancy.
so just to recall, when we did it last time, I know we started to kind of do things, and the ice sculpture with the frame, and you know, a couple of those kind of selfie booths were popular. Did we also do? Am I mixing what we used to do before? But did we also have some sort of Christmas crafts or anything like that?
Yeah, no,
For the kids, so we still had some things like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you had like hot chocolate and coffee, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, we always have a table with
It was warm chocolate.
Yeah.
hot chocolates and cookies. I had reached out to, I think, a coffee truck at one time.
I like that idea.
I forget what that base price was. I need to reach back out to that guy.
I can reach out to the choir and the band. Does anybody have anybody that's involved in band these days?
I mean, Jason's in the 7th grade band, but I'm not sure we
No.
want them performing.
Yeah. No, I meant just that knows who the regular band guy
Oh, yeah,
is.
no. Oh my
Yeah. And I'm not sure who's with the choir now because the choir director changed in high school. So I'll find that out though and see if we can line up something, you know. Are we planning on having music otherwise or just Christmas music?
Christmas music all the time.
What kind of other?
Are we planning any live music, or are we
Oh.
just planning Christmas music, maybe with the band and or choir
all the time.
kind of stepping in?
I mean, I think like house music, you know, playing
House music?
Christmas songs playing in the background
Yeah.
at all
Christmas
times
Yeah.
is good. And then, you know, if we want to do a couple
Donka.
live performances, we can.
If the school, I don't even know if they're as
It's a-
set up that we used to do that and kind of, you know. But let me check with the choir director, see what they might have, and you know if they can do, you know, half an hour or 45 minutes of it.
Yeah,
It gets dark early. That's the thing.
I wouldn't say that long.
Yeah.
I would say like 2 songs. You
Okay.
know, just a little break from kind of mingling.
The other
like,
stuff.
You know, like let's turn our attention, watch
Okay.
like, you know, 2 songs. There's a church that uses the barn regularly, and I was gonna see if they could do some kind of neutral style, you know, music for us.
Yeah.
And you know, and then that would be another performer we could have.
So we'll.
You know, like just a guitar, just an acoustic guitar and a couple
Yeah.
singers or something.
And what about the band? Because the band, is that what we normally use to kind of play?
We had always kind of closed with the band
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, they can always be
I'll
plugged in at the end.
handle the school looking into the choir and/or band, and you can check with the church group
Mhm.
that comes and normally does that. And I think that's really it. The one thing that I would say is that it seems to have gotten kind of weird how the 3 individual elementary schools, the best way that we've always had to publicize this event, where we've gotten the most people, was when we actually got physical sheets that went to the schools, and then they got sent home with the
Yep.
oldest or only kids. And, you know, that's just a great way that, you know, the parents tend to really see it and pay attention to it.
Yep.
And it's a target market for the event. So, is there somebody that knows how to navigate that elementary school?
They don't do it anymore. You've got to put
They don't do it at all.
They've got to put, it's on like Peach Jar or some online thing that you just get an email, which is
Okay.
so not as, because people are just like, I don't even want to look at it.
Yeah.
Whereas the piece of paper, but they don't send out any paper
They don't
anymore.
do that anymore. Okay.
Not even for like PTO.
Yeah. Okay.
But I can, I mean, I'm over at Marvin a lot, so I
Yeah.
can ask and see if there's any other suggestions.
Our school had people walking out last year, handing out flyers in the car rider line.
Yeah, you can do that. But then
Yeah.
but then you're just getting car riders. I mean,
It's better.
Yeah.
better than not.
Nobody in
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
Derek, you said something about COVID. I mean, I think we just kind of continue on like we are for National Night Out. But I will say, people loved the parade coming through. So I don't know. And what time is this going to start? Because I know we talked about shifting the time because we've had some bad possible inclement weather where it forces the school.
I don't know what I missed, the parade.
Last year,
we had
where we
with Santa
where we just drove Santa
With the-
around.
Oh, okay.
and the
Yes,
fire
yes.
with the fire
Is it
truck.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Because people
What if we
love that.
What if we planned that as
Through the day.
either the Friday the day before or earlier on the day?
Well,
and
that's-
just in case we have to cancel one, we still have the other.
Well, that's why I was asking what time are we going to start it? Because I know we usually did from like 5 to 7 and we lighted around 6, but then we've had
Well,
to cancel singers and dancers and stuff because the school had inclement weather.
And that's why I don't want to put bank too much on the school.
Right.
You know, I think moving
Yeah.
away from the
Okay.
school or have so traditionally we were 4 to 6,
Okay.
and then in later years recently we've kind of moved more to like 5:30.
To like,
Because it got dark. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dark at right after 5.
Yeah.
So it's like light the thing, you know.
well, so
like
I was thinking maybe have the parade go through early, like or like late afternoon,
Mhm.
and then when Santa gets
Ends
to
at
the park, you wait 20 minutes and then you light the tree. Or whatever, something like that.
So we don't have Santa at like.
No, you
No,
do.
we would have
Yeah.
Santa at the beginning of the.
Yeah.
He'd get there maybe 20 minutes before the beginning of the event
Yeah.
to give him a little break,
Okay.
you know, and then.
Yeah. But
And then
people
he's at the
loved
event.
that.
Does anybody know how long the route took last year to ride?
I wasn't working, so.
I'm called Joe.
I don't think Joe wants to remember that day.
Joe Drew. That was amazing.
I love that. I love combining them, or you know, having both as a
I mean, because it's not that. I mean,
flavor.
we got to get the fire truck, sheriff's office, and Joe, I'm sure, will drive again.
EMS, a driver.
Do we have an EMS with them?
I don't know. Maybe not. Probably just a fire truck.
I think it was just a fire truck and sheriff's department.
Maybe if you even have a sign on the side of the truck that says, you know, the event tonight, you know, tree
Yeah,
lighting
tree
tonight
lighting, yeah.
at 5:30, 5 p.m. or.
So whatever we do, we just need to set it for the parade to finish 30 minutes
Yeah.
before
Sure,
the tree lights.
sure.
But now, are we conflicting in having something going on at the park while the parade's going on?
I think you need to do the parade like earlier. Like the parade's at like 3
Three.
1
3 to 4.
3 to 4 or 2:30 to 4
And then make your way to the park.
and then make your way to the park.
I like
Go
that.
see Santa, get
Yeah.
your hot cocoa and coffee.
I like that.
See the tree lighting.
2.
People loved it last year. I mean, people were like, that was so fun. Like, even the adults liked it. It
Yeah.
wasn't just for the kids. I liked
Oh, I
it.
know. My kids loved it. They
Yeah.
were out there with
Okay,
their grandparents.
text me, email it to me.
We took a video. And
Oh, yeah. It was
Did,
cool.
did we publish a calendar kind of when he'd be around in advance?
I don't think so.
yeah, we
Because
threw,
it was late. He
We
was
threw
late.
Well, he was late. We threw it together quickly.
Yeah. And he was late.
Um,
Like an hour and a half late.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder.
Well, it wasn't your fault.
Okay.
I had people texting me like, did we miss him? I'm like, nope,
Yeah.
not yet. Just wait.
Any thoughts from you guys?
Hey, John,
Yes.
this is going back to the elementary school and, you know, that being the target market and how are we going to market to them? Are we allowed, I don't know the answer, this is the reason I'm asking the question. Are we allowed to put banners on school property? No, because we're allowed to put a banner where the pickup is for children. The exposure we would get for the tree lighting would be phenomenal.
I mean, Bob, I don't think we could just do it. We might be able to ask like each individual principal if we could do it, but
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
yeah. I mean, we can ask. I mean, the worst they're gonna say is no.
We could use some adjacent property.
Yeah.
But that'd be a great way to get the message to people, because they're lined up on Martin School Road, as you well know.
Yeah.
And we had a banner in place, believe me, they would know about the tree lighting.
Yeah, I mean, we can ask.
I think it'd be worthwhile.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna ask
I'll at
Mr.
least ask
Baldwin
Mr.
first.
Worthington.
Yeah. Okay. We'll start there and then
See what he
go
says.
from
Yeah.
there. Okay. Anything, Dan or Christina?
Oh, I have one more thing for the holiday season. This is not necessarily for the tree lighting, but there was a suggestion made that maybe we have like a yard decorating contest, maybe not contest, but encourage people in the village to decorate their yards, and if they do, we'll give them like a Village of Marvin ornament or something like that. I don't know. It's just, you know, trying to get people involved. Anybody like that idea? I like that idea. I thought that was fun. I want an ornament. I like free stuff. Nope, nobody loves that idea?
I don't know. I'm just not sure.
I like it.
I like it. I think it's fun.
Like, are the ornaments the prizes for the people with the best ones, or
No, just anybody who participates, you get a participation trophy for this one.
Ooh.
You get a participation trophy, and then maybe like
I
somebody
just got
picks the best, 5,
Yeah.
and they get, I don't know, a gift certificate to a restaurant or something. I don't know. No, nobody loves it. Okay. Just a suggestion. Just try to get people involved. I know, me too. I'm gonna decorate my house anyway, so I want it free. It's pretty wonderful. Maybe I'll just order myself a Village Marvin ornament.
All right.
It's in the shape of town hall.
Anything else on tree lighting? All right, we're gonna move on then to added new business item number 3, which is fall cleanup.
Yeah, so I was looking through my calendar, and we apparently at some point said that the 16th of October was gonna be a fall cleanup day. Or I don't know if it's all of Marvin or what it was, but it was on my calendar.
I think we were talking about, this was off of our cleanup in the spring,
Yeah.
and we were talking about what would be a good date if we were to start to have one in the spring and one in the fall.
So do we wanna have it or no?
I would suggest that it was a little later in the year,
Okay,
just for more leaves to fall off. I mean, we've had kind of an early fall because all the trees are stressed and so they're dropping their leaves because it's dry. But normally, I don't think really all the leaves will be off the trees by then. And I guess you're talking more about cleaning up trash and stuff too, but
Yeah.
we can put a lot of things in together. Anyway, I'm not available on the 16th anyway, but that's not the reason I'm saying it.
Do you guys want to pick a different date?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. We were going through for our October calendar with council last week, and I saw it on my calendar, so I know we hadn't talked about it, so I figured we needed to revisit it. If we don't want to do it then
Yeah,
let's
because
change the
we're
date.
basically 10 days, 11 days
Yeah.
out right now, so,
I think early November would still be really good time.
yeah.
Let me check calendars here.
I think if we could target a Saturday morning in November. I think we also reach out to the Litter Busters group at the school, get their participation in it around that date potentially. Do you still have those guys' names? I think I do. The Litter Busters.
Loretta, I've got her information.
Not Loretta. I do have Loretta's. I was talking about the high school group
The high school ones, yeah.
that does them regularly, and we might coordinate, it with them. So, do we want to set a tentative date then, maybe for like the middle of November?
Maybe either.
Yeah. What about the second weekend of November?
The 13th?
Saturday 13th.
Yeah, because we don't want to bump up on things.
Yeah.
A lot of people be going.
Yeah, Saturday the 13th, and that just gives us a little more time, and even if it's just 5 people that show up and they go out and pick up garbage on the roads, that's less garbage on the roads.
Okay, so we're gonna move it to the,
November 13th, Saturday, November 13th. Get them out like 8 in the morning when traffic's not so bad.
so I would start, Austin, after our fall town hall meeting on the 14th, I would start advertising for this cleanup day. And I would send it out to the HOA presidents, and I know that you asked them to forward it out, but I don't know.
They still don't.
I know, I sent my HOA president a text message and I said, did you get this email? If so, can you please forward it out? And if you have not, can you please, I will get it for you. So, big, bold, and let me know when you do send those out, because I will be able to at least see when my
I
neighborhood
just
gets
sent
it.
out a reminder this morning.
Good for
It's my
you.
neighborhood.
Yeah, mine is
So what time are you thinking for the event in the morning?
8.
Meet at the park at 8, and then we'll figure out what roads.
8 to 11 or
based
something?
on how
Yeah.
many people we have. Yeah. I would say 8 to 10. If you get people out.
And if they're
2
picking up
hours
and they
of
keep
garbage,
pick up,
Yeah.
then they
So
can
8 to
keep
10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Austin.
I can try to do a connection with Trees for Trash as well.
That'd be great.
Yes, Bob? What did Bob say?
Yeah, Bob?
Yeah, the question is, the HOA presidents, is that communication happening?
Yes.
I'm not hearing from them. I'm sending them things.
Correct. But are they distributing?
I mean, I had to remind mine to do that. I mean, we don't know unless we're
Somebody's
in that
there.
neighborhood.
I can tell you it's not, mine's not doing it.
Well, that needs to be a subject of our next meeting. We can communicate with the HOA presidents, and, we can create a document, all they have to do is email.
Yep.
But if they don't email, the HOA president's meetings really become inconsequential.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I think at your next meeting, Bob, that's a great idea. You need to tell them that they're the line of communication. They help.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, and I really believe that we need the meeting, but we need to be direct,
Mm-hmm.
and it just needs to be discussed as to why is this not going out? Just that, I mean, it's a nothing to do, So, I would just like to recommend, Austin, that at our meeting have the subject of discussion so we can improve this.
What's the date of the next HOA president's meeting?
I am not sure.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have
don't
to
know
get
that
Mike
is-
Gilboy on that. I don't know.
Here, and also Bob, I would ask whoever's showing up to these meetings, if they don't want to send it out, then is there somebody else on their board that can send it out?
Or, you know, if they would give us their list, we can send it out.
Yeah, I don't know. You get into a lot. I know with my neighborhood as well, we don't give out anybody's contact info without their express permission. So,
Yeah, I can understand.
yeah.
But
So anyway, I'll get up with Mike, and try to find a date. And,
Bob, the only day, I know you guys did it on Thursday last time. The only thing to be careful of for November is the first Thursday of that month, we have a meeting at Village Hall for the Heritage District Committee. Just need to schedule around
I'll
that.
be in town anyway, so that won't, we'll pick a different day.
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go. Can I give you one update on an action item?
Sure.
So one of the action items is for Derek and I to go to the pocket park. I've talked to, we have a new urban forester in Union County, and through a long chain of events, I got in touch with him about coming out to the pocket park and having a look to see if our plan makes sense to him. He's an urban forester, he does that sort of thing. So he's going to meet me out there sometime next week, hopefully. We're trying to figure out a date and just walk around and see what he thinks of our plan.
Ooh, that's
I
good.
got a lot better talking to him
Nice.
instead of just talking to me. I'm gonna go now.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
You
Christina.
guys need to excuse her.
Do I hear a motion on the table to excuse Christina?
So,
All in favor say aye. Aye.
Christine, hi, have a good day. Take care.
Okay, anything else then? Fall cleanup will target Saturday, November 13th from 8 till 10 with the initial meeting at the park at 8. Agenda items. Number 1, review of action items from today.
Do I have anything? I don't know if I really have anything new. I don't think I have anything
And
new.
then there was a discussion of the easement with the radio, or the cell tower in Union County.
That's a question for Hunter.
Can we get him? I mean, there's a meeting about it tonight. People are losing their minds about it on next
Let
door.
me go get him.
What is it?
Oh,
This-
it's crazy.
The cell tower.
Who's getting the cell tower?
These people never requested implemented a pole more are going off to the dinner.
I've read many comments, Mr. Nunnenkamp.
Well, I'm all for it, frankly, and, you know, unfortunately, I just want to be convinced, if people's got data to support all this, the claims that people are making, I want to see the data.
No, I know.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's that. It'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to the tower.
So I don't know that. So I don't know that we had any new specific action items for staff.
I mean, I think the only thing is just, no, I don't think so. Just start working on the tree lighting and communications about that. I think that's it. And Austin's got it written down, so.
Okay.
Sorry to just come back to that. I feel like now's the time to be talking to those guys about hammering them on giving us easements and whatever we want through there. Correct.
Hunter will be out here in a minute. If you guys ever want to bring up one of these topics at a meeting, just email me beforehand and we can get it on the agenda.
Oh, I thought this was something that
I don't know if it's on there or not, but it should be.
What?
Should be on the action item.
What?
He,
The cell tower
he's
stuff.
bringing it up
Easement.
now because he thought it was just a review of
Yeah,
previous
of the action
action.
items.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got one. So the Pocket Park project with the elementary school teacher. I did talk to Marvin Elementary, and she is super pumped about it. She thinks it's a great idea. She wants to think about it, kind of let it roll around in her head for a little bit. But she's like, "This is awesome." So
Okay.
she's good. So we're still working on that. But she is. You can move that from contact to like figuring out
Work
details
with
of
or
the project.
whatever.
Yes, whatever. But she's all in. That's the only one I have. There's a lot of Marvin Day stuff on here. Oh, are you guys good with that sponsorship letter? Did you get it from Austin, Bob, and Dan?
Tim, I received that, had really an opportunity to look through it real carefully.
Okay. Will you guys just look at it and, because again, I'm gonna meet with Firethorn on Friday and I'd like to get everybody's thumbs up on this. Will you guys just let Austin know if you have any changes so he can let me know before I
Okay.
present it?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay. Review of ongoing action item list.
No, that's what I just did. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to check off?
Mold into that.
Nope.
No.
Look at Hunter walking in like
Do
he's
that.
got some information for us.
Heard you guys wanted to know about this lovely cell tower.
Oh yeah.
Okay. County's got a application to amend the conditional zoning for that property to allow for a cell tower. It's for 160-foot mono, whatever, pole, be one of the tall ones. There's a community meeting tonight from, I think, 5 to 7. The community meeting is only for residents, or the community, surrounding community, to hop on. It's a WebEx meeting, get information about the project from the applicant, ask questions, voice their opinion and concerns. There's no any type of votes tonight. The planning board for the county, or planning commission, I guess, will be a part of that call, but they're only there for viewing purposes only. And then it's intended for it to go to November planning commission, public hearing in December, and then potentially voted on in December or January.
So because it backs up to
Amber Meadows.
Marvin proper,
Yes.
do we have any sort of like say in this?
We do. Let me rephrase that. We do have say now. If they take that into consideration, that's on them. It's ultimately going to come down to the county commissioners making their decision. But just as any elected body will. Hopefully they're taking that public comment. I will say Amber Meadows is completely against this. Tullamore is too, because I've got some additional information. But you can see they have. They're not even renderings. It's basically like physical photos, and then based off line of sight, how high the pole is, and where you can see the pole from certain areas within Marvin. And it's like, yeah, that's not going to fly, especially for like those residents over there. With that being said, all of them are aware of all those neighborhoods are aware of this. Plan on speaking against it. The only thing which Austin might be able to clarify, because I'm not 100% sure, somebody might be able to clarify, is that before I got here, some of the conversation before this application was submitted that Rohit was working with the county was that if this gets approved, that they put in that trail connector, or the connector to Ray Road from the Tullamore Trail.
Yeah, an Amber Meadows.
Or give us an easement.
Yes.
One, I'm not sure if the easement's already there, as in.
I don't think it is.
As part, because this was, like I said, part of a previous conditional zoning, or two, if this doesn't get approved, then potentially we don't get that connector. I'm not 100% sure on either one of those. So, but I would recommend I will definitely be keeping council and everybody in the loop as this process moves forward. I said tonight there's a WebEx meeting. I'd be happy to share those links with everybody. I know that we have National Night Out, so it's kind of not a great time for both of those to be happening at the same time. But I do know, like I said, the residents of Amber Meadows and Tullamore will be on that call to ask questions and voice their opinions and concerns. But it's my recommendation. I talked with Christina about it. Is that either during this council meeting or the November one, council can vote to adopt a resolution either for or against this amendment if they choose, or if we think that's the best option, and then we can make sure the county's aware that, hey, we're the Village of Marvin as a collective whole with the elected body making that decision is for or against it. But that's kind of where we have our say. That will be taken into consideration, be sent to the county. But other than that, we don't have any direct authority to enforce anything, I guess.
This is Dan. Just real quickly, the question I had was more like, regardless of whether what the council wants to do on reporting it or not reporting it, if they do it, we would really like our easement.
Yeah, we need to get that.
So I would like to just like state that, and that was one of the action items we had before, is I think making sure that if it happens that we get the easement, and then whatever we can get built by them as part of their work in the easement that makes us spend less money.
Like I said, when I talk to the county about it, as far as I know, that's already one of their conditions if approved, and like that's just where it's a decision. Okay, is this like what's more important, this or resident, the view shed and all of that. So as from my understanding, that is already one of their proposed conditions that they've agreed upon, and is part of their application that, if approved, would be part of that. But like I said, then my recommendation would be go to these meetings, especially the public hearing, because that's where you guys as Union County residents definitely have any type of say. And
I know, but it's National Night Out. I'm gonna be
tonight's nothing.
It's only
Tonight's a community meeting that there's no formal action.
I want to learn about it. I don't know anything about it. It's good, bad, and different.
I can reach out and see if they can record it. I've asked the people at Tullamore and Amber Meadows, the contacts I have in there, to like ask certain questions on my behalf, because I want some answers. But
that is not Rohit.
Oh, sorry.
But with that being said, it just depends on. I can see if they can record it so we can go back and watch it, or whoever can go back and watch it.
That'd be good.
Okay.
That would be like.
Can find out what the condition. I mean, again, like if it goes, I feel like this doesn't really have anything to do with whether or not it goes forward. Just if it's going forward, do you have the language on the condition, or what's been kind of agreed to, or anything like that? Is that something we can get?
My recommendation would be call the county planning department, because they have the formal application and all that information. Like this is the information I got from the county, because I don't have any other information other than what the county gave me.
Can you have them? Can you call them and get them to send you the actual application?
Yeah.
Let's see what it looks like.
I can.
Okay. Hunter's gonna call the county. We're gonna find out.
Okay, and again, this is like a cynical way to view things, maybe, but now is probably the time to, if it gets approved, and this really doesn't have much to do with that, I think. But if it does get approved, now might be the time to push for as much as we can get done for us.
I agree.
All right.
Thanks, Hunter.
I'll see what I find out.
There's like one more thing.
Well, I tried to get this information from the county last week, and I don't know. I mean, all of it's public record, but at the same time, it's like I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'll say, and I would like to be on the meeting tonight, but it's kind of hard. But I'll see what I can figure out.
Thank you. I know. We got National Night Out.
All right, last item on the agenda is board comments. So anything, Bob?
John, I don't have anything.
Dan?
Sorry, on the to-do list, that still include discussions with like the roundabout for the planning process there, as well as like integration of our trails with the building at the Martin Town Center?
Let me go get Hunter again.
So the roundabout plannings, Bob and Andy are gonna get together with Derek to figure out
The right mix
the
of where
best
we're at now.
appropriate.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean the planning, I meant the planning.
Oh, I thought you said planting.
New ones.
Which new one? Like down Newtown Road?
Yeah.
I don't remember that being a specific agenda item for us, other than the fact that the last we heard is that the village was putting money back on the table to move that back up for the one at Newtown and Marvin Road. So I think they were successful in that, where that's been kind of moved back up on the schedule. Is that what you're referring to, Dan?
No, I was referring to more making sure we were integrating our trail plan with that construction in any way possible, like any crossing.
Oh.
Talking about
Yeah.
that particular one.
Yeah, no, we don't have anything else from DOT.
Hunter just said he
Yeah.
does not have an update from anybody
Yeah.
on this. He's tried.
But we're working, I mean, they still haven't given us the plans for construction yet. So
Okay.
we really can't do anything till they do that, and then once we have that, then we can integrate the sidewalks. That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make
okay.
sure when they spend money on doing this, we don't go back to a year later and.
Yeah.
and, you know,
Yeah, we still don't-
$30 on the crosswalk.
Yeah, we still don't have the construction plans for the roundabout yet.
Okay.
No, we don't have those, and honestly, it's still intended for next summer,
Fall.
next summer
Summer.
or fall. But here's
No,
the,
just summer.
Here's the issue that I just found out
Oh God.
is, and I don't know how accurate this is. I don't know, but some of this is playing into honestly how everything plays out with any of these properties, because certain property owners are asking for more money if their property can be identified as commercial. That's all I know. So with the right-of-way procurement on certain properties is not going, so,
We knew that was gonna happen. This is why we wanted it done 2 years ago when they were supposed to have done it.
but I'm not sure that it's really one property in particular, but I'm not 100% sure on,
Can imagine.
the actual logistics behind it.
Okay. Alright. We're working on it, Dan.
Okay, no problem. And then same thing for the integration of the trails at the town hall.
At the town hall.
Oh, yeah. Like behind it?
And in front.
Yeah, in front's not gonna get done till we do cause we can't disturb. We had to get rid of the sidewalk in front of it when we were building it for acreage disturbance, so that's gonna have to come in later, but that'll come in whenever we're actually doing the trail down Newtown Road. When we get the money from the grant that you helped with.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Yeah, sorry to keep bringing these up.
No, I'm glad, no, they're important things. I'm glad you did.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And I don't have any comments, so do I hear a motion on the table to adjourn the Village of Marvin Parks Recreation and Greenway Board meeting here on October 5th at 10:20 a.m.? All in favor, say
Need a
aye.
second.
I thought one of them said it.
Aye.
Aye. I think somebody
I'll
said
take
second.
it.
I think
Dan
one said
seconded.
second, while one said so moved.
I think
Yeah.
so too. We good?
All right.